There is a Creole expression, to walk together. Where life is hard, people depend upon and help each other, so that man may pray together to praise the same moral principles, and together reaffirm them.
The game's known as Murder Ball because people like the name, I think.
It's fast, it's furious, and that's how it should be. It's very, very physical.
Got some big guys here who can get up quite a bit of speed, so when they hit you, you stay hit.
Full-on action, basically.
It's the game to watch.
A very good evening to you once again from the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. Welcome back to our coverage of the Invictus Games, the brainchild of Prince Harry. But not content with just organising it, he decided he wanted to take part as well. If you were watching on The One Show just a few moments ago, you'll have seen a specially arranged invitational wheelchair rugby match. The Prince was involved, his first cousin Zara Phillips, a whole host of famous sporting faces. You saw Denise Lewis there. We'll have highlights and the result a little bit later on, and we'll also be joined in the studio by Zara and her other half, Rugby World Cup winner Mike Tyndale, who is also playing. Alongside me in the studio now, though, Tanny Gray-Thompson. And Tanny, why weren't you involved in that wheelchair rugby match?
I think they've probably seen my basketball skills, where I got spent more time being sent off court than on, so I don't think I would have been much help to them.
Yeah, a bit rough and tough, but very serious purpose, isn't there, to the Invictus Games, fun aside?
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. You know, it's giving people an opportunity to rehab, to get into sport. We've also got a number of Paralympians here, and I think everyone I've been talking to has said it's about that shared brotherhood of, you know, being in the military, of just understanding each other's backstories. And people have just been having an amazing time. It's just been a fantastic event.
It certainly has. OK, we're going to focus on athletics now. That took place yesterday at Lee Valley, and there were some stunning British performances. Star of the show was joint athletics team captain Joe Townsend, who took 4 golds in the wheelchair racing. Watch for him in Rio, probably in the triathlon. Andy Grant, well, he's a single below-knee amputee, and he took double gold, winning both the 400 and 1500 metres. And overall Invictus Games team captain Dave Henson stormed the 200 metres in a fashion reminiscent of world record holder Richard Whitehead. Yeah, so many good stories there, and there are more to come. But first, let's have a look at the classification system here at the Invictus Games. It's bespoke for this event, but very much based on the Paralympic classifications, but with an emphasis on allowing as many competitors as possible to take part. Tanny, though, the big difference, though, is the IT6, the open classification, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And there's not a direct transfer to the Paralympics. I think it's quite interesting that they have the psychological injury in there. Also people who are on the way to being in rehabs. And I think it's great because it's that transition probably back into mainstream sport, which is just a really useful starting point for the guys. You know, a lot of these guys will still be in and out of hospital, will still be treated, and it gives them that competitive edge.
So Michaela Richards went for Britain in this one. Your commentators are Steve Cram and Mike Costello.
Long hold at the start. Richards not quite as quickly as Wales. Trompet next to him. Those two having a real close battle as they pull away from Cheshire. But it's going to be Michaela Richards of Great Britain pulling away now. A clear win for Richards. Gold for Great Britain. 13.96. Trompet in second place. And Michaela Richards putting in a very, very good performance. She was expecting more to line up in that final, and even though there was only 3 there, I'm not sure that anybody would have got ahead of her anyway. She won that by a bit of a country mile.
Yeah, she certainly did. Confirmation of the result there. She really did run away in the second half of that 100 metres. Well, next up for Michaela, it was the 400. She's going for the golden double.
Michaela Richards drawn on the inside in lane 2 here, having advertised her sprinting prowess earlier in the afternoon, is now looking to show some speed endurance as well as they head down the back straight. And she saunters into the lead here, being challenged most closely by Judith Tenbush of Germany in second place. Sean Cheshire of the United States running with a guide towards the outside there. is in third place at the moment, and she filled the same position in the 100 metres earlier in the afternoon. They're coming through to the halfway stage now, and it's beginning to tell for Michaela Richards. It's been a long day here, but she won the 100 metres earlier in the afternoon and is now going clear in the 400 as they reach the entrance to the home straight, with Ten Bush at this stage looking safe in second place. Good battle for third between Ching Dressel and Sean Chesser, the American pair. Down the home straight they come now, and it's Michaela Richards. It's going to be another gold medal for Britain, and it's going to be a second for her. She grits her teeth and punches those arms like pistons on the run to the line. It's gold again for Michaela Richards. Superb success, and you can see there the expression on her face, how much she's put into that as Ten Bush comes through to take the silver medal for Germany. And in third place, Ching Dressel for the United States, just ahead of her compatriot running with the guide, Sean Cheshire.
400, one of the toughest events that any athlete needs to take on, and Michaela Richards, after running in the 100 early, she started so quickly, built up a good lead, but look at this, she doesn't give up, pushing all the way to the line, gritting her teeth, and rewarded with not only a gold medal but a pretty good time as well.
2 gold medals for you today, and you're saying you've not done a 400 before?
No, with the 200 unfortunately not come in. We decided to go for 400, never run it, and actually thank you to you and Thomas who gave me a few pointers. So yeah, really pleased.
Well, you look like a seasoned veteran at it, absolutely tremendous. Sum up your whole day from the whole occasion. I know you've got family members here, what's it been like?
Absolutely amazing. I haven't done the 2 Wounded Warriors before now. This just knocked out of the park. Amazing, amazing.
It's here to stay?
Yeah, hopefully. Invictus, 2 gold medals, unconquered. Happy days.
Well done, great to see you.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, she does a lot of her training at Battersea Park with Dave Henson. They've certainly got their preparation right, haven't they? We're now going to move on to the IT1 classification. This is for athletes with single or double below-knee amputations or similar impairments. The ones to look out for here, Kushal Limbu in lane 3 and Alex Tate in lane 5.
Cleanly away, and Limbu in lane 3 is never going to start as quick as Tate, but once for him surging in the last 50 metres, but Tate's got a good lead already, and Alex Tate is going away, just falters a little bit, but he hangs on for the win. It was a British 1-2, 12.18, quicker than the heats this morning, and Alex Tate just faltered a little bit, about 15 metres on the line. He had a good lead at that point, and Kushal Limbu, who doesn't get out as quickly but was finishing fast, almost caught him on the line. But it was Alex Tate's gold medal, but a 1-2 for Great Britain. Well, a great race there between Alex Tate and Kushal Limbu, but it's Tate who wins it with 12.17. Limbu very close behind him, 12.24. And third place went to Ryan McIntosh of the USA.
Well, there was no Alex Tate in the 200 metres, but Kushal Limbu, with that fast finish, would be hoping to turn silver into gold.
And they're underway then. 200 metres and a strong start by Kushal Limbu. Second in the 100 metres earlier in the afternoon, but he's run a very strong bend here and being challenged only by the Danish team captain Maurice Manuel, but into the home straight. And it's Limbu going further clear here. Moving through towards second place is Nicholas Dadgostar of the United States, but at about 40 metres adrift from Limbu. Silver earlier on, gold now in the 200 metres, 25.47 seconds. Kushal Limbu, 32 years of age, who competed in the Warrior Games last year, winning gold in the 100 and the 200 metres. 2 medals again, this time gold in the 200.
Well, what a tremendous day Kushal's had. Silver medal now followed up by a tremendous gold, and you ran away from the field.
Yeah, it was really good race. I'm really pleased with the 200 metre. I was hoping for gold in 100 as well, but I'm really happy with the silver as well in 100. I'm really happy for my teammate Alex. It was really good.
Tell me about the expectation, the anticipation of the day when you come into a day like today. Has it lived up to it?
Well, yeah, I'm really pleased with the crowd. My wife in the crowd, so I have lots of support from my friends and families. So thank you so much, guys.
Well done.
Thank you.
And here is the roll of honour from Lee Valley yesterday. A great performance from the British team. Joe Townsend there, top of the pile with 4. Derek Darren-Alagi got both of his 2 gold medals in the field. He'll be in the studio yesterday and we'll see coverage of that. Tanny, very, very good performance. Lots of encouragement there, I think, in terms of the way they performed.
Yeah, I mean, Dave Henson did a fantastic time, 28 seconds. That would put him on the top 15 world rankings for this season. Last season would actually put him a little bit higher. Joe Townsend, he had some really impressive performances. You know, it's not the fastest track, it wasn't the best conditions. Joe's never really competed on the track. He's not used to sprinting, he's used to doing, you know, hundreds of miles in terms of his training for the triathlon. So I'd really like to see Joe racing a bit more on the track. I've already had British Triathlon tweeting me saying, leave him alone, he's ours. But do you know what, I think actually if he did a bit more sprinting, it would help his triathlon as well. But across the board, great performances. Yeah,
we'll see Joe in the cycling tomorrow. Just a word on Dave Henson. He had a huge amount of pressure on him. And at the moment, he's not talking about Rio, but with that performance, maybe he would change his mind.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if he gets in some good quality races next year, you know, the qualification period is probably about 15 months. I think he could do it. You know, it's not going to be easy for him, but just on the back of the training he's currently done. And his running style is really lovely. If you just look at a sort of top body shot, there's not a lot of movement, and he's very strong through his core because it's quite hard having to throw your legs wide to run. And I think he can make the team. I don't want to put pressure on him, but you know what? He could do it.
Okay, Tanny, thanks very much. You're going to dash and get a train now, aren't you? Get home safe and sound. Thanks for your company. Okay, we're going to turn our thoughts now to the rough and tumble of wheelchair rugby. The pool matches and the semi-finals have already taken place in the competition proper. Phil Jones has got the story.
A light show, the big I Am, was the theatrical precursor to the chair-colliding, smash, tumble and goal frenzy of wheelchair rugby. Pool A began with a favoured USA against Australia. Italy completed this group. The top 2 would make the semi-finals. The Americans were rocking the joint from the start. Steve Brown and Eddie Butler were watching.
Ritz finds the way through. Ryan McIntosh extends the American lead. It is a comfortable victory for the United States.
So to Pool B for GB. Denmark, their first opponents, with New Zealand lying in wait.
Walker safely there, puts on the brakes.
He's got a lot of support. There's the pass, there's the goal.
Price again, goal for Great Britain. It's all over. Great Britain have beaten Denmark in their opening game, 20 points to 15.
Back in Pool A, a must-win game for Australia against Italy. There are mixed teams in this event, but no mixed messages from the Aussies. A ramming from Ramsey showed everyone gets the same treatment in pursuit of victory. And it would go to the menacing Dennis and company as Australia looked towards the semis. Denmark would follow suit in Pool B, taking the win needed to keep their last 4 hopes afloat. It was the speedy, feisty Maurice Manuel who put an exclamation mark on the emphatic triumph with 9 goals. Cue the Danish delirium. And it was catching. The Americans are always in good cheer when Captain Ryan McIntosh is at his spirited best. Italy had no answer and were thrashed and out. The US topped their pool to reach the semis in style. That was as fearsome as it got for Team GB against New Zealand. The hosts again comfortable winners to top their pool. Perhaps they were now the ones to fear.
It doesn't matter what kind of injury we've got, we're all in the same boat. We're here to do a job. We're not on a battlefield anymore, we're on a sports pitch. It doesn't matter where we are, we're going to smash them and we're going to continue smashing them because that gold medal's ours.
Before the golden decider, the semis. The Americans appeared in control and led 14-10, only for Denmark to score 3 quick goals without reply and then come oh so close to a last-ditch equaliser. Not close enough. All hail the second semi, and led by Charlie Walker, Team GB raced away from Australia at the start and were not for being caught.
Walker, Price in close support. Walker rides out the challenge. Good work by Natalie Robinson and Danny Devine ahead of him, and Price scores.
It was the most clinical and resounding of ways to reach the final.
there was a moment when I was starting to feel a bit sorry for Australia, but then it passed. It passed.
Are you pleased with the way the team's performing as a unit right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're clicking on all cylinders. Handling is going good. Passes are going good. Our momentum is really good. So that's all I can ask for.
But Charlie, well done. A medal guaranteed, but I know that's only half the job for you.
Yeah, job one done, get to the final, job two still to do.
I'm sure you've been amazed by the crowd so far today here.
Yeah, it's been amazing. You know, it's a packed house all the way around, top level, bottom level. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's mental. It's so loud in here. You know, it makes it a bit tricky actually. You can't hear what you're supposed to be doing, but it's mega. You couldn't ask for anything better.
And I know, talking to the American captain earlier, he was saying he wanted to play you in the final. I'm sure you felt the same way, and it's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, we've been watching the Americans. We thought we might meet him in the final. The Danes run them hard. They were, you know, nip and tuck all the whole way. So, yeah, it'll be close, I think. But, yeah, I think we can take them.
We certainly hope they can. It's the final we all wanted to see, GB versus the USA, and that is coming up very, very soon. First, though, we're going to catch up with the highlights of that celebrity wheelchair rugby match. I know you've been looking forward to it. Prince Harry, Zara Phillips et al. I was going to say this is more handbag at 5 paces, but I'll tell you what, they didn't hold back.
Johnny Wilkinson's team Invictus, 2 points in front, leading 7-5. Ayaz Bhutai in control of the ball, not travelling at his normal pace, but gets the ball away to Lieutenant Colonel Bill Blakely, and Denise Lewis held up by Prince Harry, and it looks as if the scorer of the opening goal has committed a defensive foul and is going to the penalty box. Off to the tower with him. Take your punishment. (7-5) the score remains, and Invictus down to 3 players. Pippa Middleton looks on. Denise Lewis in possession. Long to Bill Blakely. He can't take it. Jim Roberts comes away with it. Dennis Denker of Denmark. Dennis Ramsey of Australia into the forecourt. Jim Roberts, slight fumble. Dennis Ramsey. Can he get there? Muscles his way over. And the goal stands. 8 points to 5. It's not all elegant. Dennis Ramsey, the scoreboard there says 7-6. It is 8-5 to Invictus. Bhutai, that little bit of backspin on the ball. How easily he dances through the players. That pass, though, picked off by Dennis Decker. Prince Harry is out of the tower, back on court. Marco Iannuzzi, Lieutenant Colonel in the Italian Air Force. Once Bhutai rights himself, takes the hit from his teammate Roberts. Goal scored by Bill Blakely. 8 points to 6. That's the end of the game. It is victory for Johnny Wilkinson's team Invictus over Sir Clive Woodward's team Endeavour. 8 points to 6.
You enter team management, you get 2 Royals in your team, you take a victory, Prince Harry scores the first goal. What a start!
Yeah, it's been amazing. Yeah, we're so pleased to be part of something like this. It's a real privilege and a real pleasure as well. But I'm just here for the ride. You know, I've got Paul beside me doing all the coaching. I'm just shouting at the guys, having some fun. But they look as though they're having fun too. And I think everyone's just quite inspired by being in this environment and this atmosphere. So I'm just riding that wave to the end. It's been a real joy, you know.
We had some of the experts playing out here, but you know what? The celebrities were of a really decent standard. I think everyone really enjoyed that.
Yeah, you could see some of the fundamentals of Mike Tyndall's game coming out in some of that, in smashing people around and that, like Jason getting his feet going a bit. But it's great. I mean, it shows just also how talented the main guys are, the pro guys in there, because you see what they're doing. They're just unstoppable. That would frustrate me something crazy, that being out there and just not being able to get near them. They are something special. It's going to be a hell of a final as well. So it's been a great day, and for me just to be around here is an honour, and I hope it continues to be such a success that it is.
Well, very well put. Thanks for talking to us, Johnny.
Good man, and you. Take care. See you.
Well, Clyde, can you sum up the experience tonight? This amazing crowd, these amazing celebrities and experts as well on the field of play, and well, it seems like everyone's going to go home delighted.
It was absolutely amazing night, and the crowd have been awesome. But I mean, just a wheelchair rugby, the fitness is amazing. We were playing the diamond, as you saw. It didn't quite work. But no, seriously, it was just great, and it was just fantastic for all the... Prince Harry's done such a great job, and what's a marvellous event. But it makes the crowd is brilliant, and now we've got the gold medal match, so it's just great to be part of it.
Well, the lesson that Clive Woodward learnt there, and he already knew it, was that if you want to win, you need Johnny Wilkinson on your team, don't you? The winners of the Jaguar Land Rover exhibition wheelchair rugby match was Invictus, the Johnny Wilkinson-led team, of course, with Harry and Zara. He got sent off, and he scored a goal. Not a bad effort, was it? So that was a bit of fun, wasn't it? But this was quite serious. It was the bronze medal playoff match. It was Denmark up against Australia. Denmark in the red, Australia in the blue. It was a tense and a nervy start. Neither team was able to pull away from the other. It's often the case in these medal matches, isn't it? But a couple of goals towards the end of the first half saw Denmark pull away, and frankly, after then, they were in control, and they went on to take the bronze medal. So now we're very close to the big match, GB versus USA. Let's take a quick look at the rules to give you an idea of exactly what is happening here. It's mixed squads of 10, 4 players on the court at any one time, 3 classification categories as you see there, and there are rules about who can be on the court at what time and with whom. Minimum of 1 category A, maximum of 1 category C, and also no more than 2 Bs. You'll kind of get the hang of it. Well, let's head to the copper box now. Where the teams are heading out. This really promises to be very, very tense. Our commentary team, there's Eddie Butler and also Steve Brown, who was the London 2012 captain. And Steve, if I can just chat to you now, this could well be 2 captains going head-to-head here. They really are the strong players. Just talk about that rivalry.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and the 2 captains here really have shown massive, massive ability, but for 2 different reasons. You've got Ryan for Australia here, and he has been very, very fast, very quick, and created his own opportunities. And on the flip side of that, Charlie Walker for Great Britain is a very calculated, very focused, and much more reactive to what's happening in front of him. And he's looking really, really good.
And in terms of team tactics, do you kind of man-mark those key players? Do you double-team them? What's the way you approach a really strong player in the opposite team?
Well, this is just it. The tactics of the game really do mean that with 4 players on court, each player's carrying 25% of the responsibility. But you have a particularly good player, a particularly fast player. He sometimes takes 2 of the opposition to mark him, which then always leaves a player free. And it's a real challenge up to the coaches to how they're really going to manage a real strong, dominant player. And at the moment, both captains are proving to be that.
Steve, thanks. OK, now, in the copper box, live, it is the final of the wheelchair rugby. Eddie Butler, it is all yours.
Here we go for the grand final, Great Britain versus the USA. Ryan McIntosh, the captain of the Americans, perhaps the quickest player in the tournament, wearing 7 for the United States. Keep an eye out for him. For Britain, Charlie Walker, 22, such an influential character. Geraint Price, wearing 4. Countdown to the start of the final. The tip-off. Charlie Walker gets it to Geraint Price. First point for Team GB. Geraint Price, 1-0.
Yeah, really excellent tip-off there, straight into the path. Easy, nice, quick goal. Exactly what Great Britain need here.
Here he comes, Geraint Price of Tredegar. America come away with it. And the scores are going to be level. Ryan McIntosh, he was a star of track and football, American football, until he stepped on a landmine in Afghanistan. Lost the leg, and here he is at the Invictus Games.
Australia have gone right back to their key defence, really trying to make GB work hard to get across the line.
Charlie Walker held up. Penalty goal. Steve?
That's right, yeah. He was pushed across the line, and the goal was given.
Jacob Rich gets the ball clear, and over goes Chris D'Angelo.
Nice pass.
Quick fire stuff. We're going to have to stop it. That is one reason to stop the game. Ben Steele losing a complete wheel. Doesn't take long.
No, these chairs are designed for a quick release wheel, and obviously that was a quick release right there.
Johnny Wilkinson, who was the team manager of Team Invictus, who won the celebrity game against Sir Clive Woodward's Team Endeavour. Look how miserable Clive looks. Charlie Walker on the move, and another collapse, this time it's Ben Steele again. He's in the wars.
He certainly is, and the first spill of the game here, and he's going to be penalised with a holding foul. You see here as he goes down on top of the player, he holds onto his lap. As much chair contact as you like in this game, but absolutely no person to person.
2 points all. Ben Steele back on 4 wheels. Back into the final. Now then, Ryan McIntosh has the speed to get past most people on the outside. Has the pass to D'Angelo, who crosses. 3-2.
Yeah, the way that he pulled all the players towards him there, leaving enough space for the runner to come through. Nice clean bounce pass, and away he was.
Charlie Walker brings it forward into the forecourt. Walker. Team USA have this very tight, packed defence. Walker, can he get through? But all counts. We're all square.
United States, they're holding that line across the key. They're using a very strong key defence, which means you've got 3 players in the box at the same time now, and the 4th player not allowed in, and it makes it very hard for the opposition team to squeeze through.
Dan Hendricks has to do it quickly. Good interception by Steele. McIntosh penalised. The look of frustration on his face. Interception.
It's time now for Great Britain to capitalise on the fact that the States are a man down. They've changed their press. They're coming out to meet the man with the ball.
Ryan McIntosh sent to the penalty box for that foul.
We've got a penalty goal given. The situation there was the American player left the court between the cones. Now, whenever you do that, if it's a goal-scoring opportunity, the goal is given as opposed to the foul.
I can't tell you what it is a relief to have you back here. Goal counts. Great hands by Dan Hendricks.
Goal given. It was very close onto the line there, but the goal was given. He's travelling back as fast as he can now to meet his team at the key for the next offensive play.
Ryan McIntosh is back on court. Charlie Walker goes around the long way. Can he get through again? 2 wheels over. No goal.
Just before he got his whole of the front of the half of his chair there, the two wheels didn't quite meet the line, and he did hit the cone. And in the game there, as you see, it does mean that it's a turnover ball back to the States.
4 points apiece. Jacob Rich Gets the ball to Hendricks, and Hendricks finds D'Angelo, and the USA take the lead again.
Situation there was very much about the defensive work of Great Britain there and leaving a man unmarked just to cruise through the gap.
Stuart Robinson on, just crossing the halfway line now, up in support of Charlie Walker in possession. Walker trying to find the space left by good battering power of Charlie Walker. 5 apiece.
A perfect example there of how the other teammates drew the players apart, making a gap for him, and he took full advantage of the situation.
McIntosh. GB putting 2 players on McIntosh. The ball beats everybody, so that is, it's not quite a turnover, but it's advantage GB.
Exactly that. So the last player to touch the ball before it went off court was American, so in turn GB received the ball, and it's a chance for them to maybe take the lead here.
12 seconds to get it from backcourt into forecourt. Charlie Walker, no problem there because the Americans have flooded back as usual.
The call here is 4 in the key, so you're allowed for 3 players inside the yellow box at any one time on the defensive end. Unfortunately for the States, their 4th player entered the box, so he will be sent off, giving GB a 1-man advantage.
Jacob Rich. Just look at the American coach, top of picture there, screaming at the team. Please, ma'am, back into the technical area. Stuart Robinson to Charlie Walker. 1-man advantage. Walker goes round and scores.
There we go. We really did need a quick goal there for Great Britain, and to capitalise on the situation, give themselves a lead. We've got just under 3 minutes left of the half.
Walker shadows McIntosh. Geraint Price can't get back in time, or can he? Stops Hendricks. Can't stop McIntosh, so it's Jacob Rich who's up to score.
Yeah, that was a 2-horse race there, and it could have been anyone's. There was three sets of fingertips reaching for that ball.
All square.
Again, Australia have taken. Again, the States have taken the key defence tactic.
20 seconds left on the clock. They have to score before it counts down to 0. Charlie Walker in possession. Gets the ball to Geraint Price, but it's tipped back. Walker regathers. 7 seconds only. 4. They're not going to do it.
1 second on the clock. So what they've got to look to do here is receive the ball and score. As soon as they catch the ball, the clock's going to start.
They don't manage it. Advantage USA as a defensive operation. Dan Hendricks. Oh, that's a loose throw. Rich against Stuart Robinson. And that's advantage lost by the States.
Yeah, he played very tactfully there. Instead of trying to reach for the ball, he played to stop the American getting to the ball, in turn giving them the turnover.
Stuart Robinson to Geraint Price. Price. Looking, weaving. Retreating for a moment, accelerating. And scoring!
Superb work there, and that really was another time where the captain made the gap. He stayed focused, he looked to see how he could help his teammates, and he pulled a player across, leaving enough room for just to squeeze through. Another equipment going on here, change of wheel, running into the last 25 seconds or so of the game here.
On for the States. Monica Southall wearing 8. The first woman we've seen in the final. Team GB have 3 in their squad. Natalie Robinson, Annie Devine and Caroline Duffley. Less than 20 seconds, almost 20 seconds now to go. The pass from McIntosh. And it's Jacob Rich in the end.
Penalty goal given in the confusion, and the 3 players all coming down at the same time now. It was a Great Britain player that went over the line first.
Last few seconds. Hooter goes at half-time in the final. USA 7, GB 7. All square at half-time in the Copper Box Arena. Full house here. We've had huge volumes of sound all day, and now we have a packed house. Denise Lewis, top of picture there, who took part in the celebrity game. Dame Kelly Holmes, who underlined her credentials, ex-Army Sergeant Kelly Holmes. We do remember also as a double Olympic champion. Charlie Walker wearing 22. 2 legs amputated after contracting meningitis. He was training to go on deployment when he went down with meningitis and had 2 legs amputated. Number 5 for Great Britain, Spencer Vaughan, who broke his neck in training with the Royal Marines. In the back row there, Pippa Middleton. And Peter Phillips alongside her with his wife Autumn. Team USA get us underway. Second half of the grand final, the gold medal final. Ryan McIntosh, star performer. And it's a score for Chris D'Angelo.
The long arms there really helped him in sitting quite high in that chair and having the ability to reach above the other players, but he just got a fingertip to it, and that's all you need sometimes.
Baz Whittingham comes forward. Baz, who had a left leg amputation.
Great Britain forced into the cone there, giving the ball away. Another turnover in favour of America.
D'Angelo again, always looking to find this man, Ryan McIntosh. They try and keep him as confined as possible. He does get the pass away to Rich, but he loses it. Charlie Walker in possession. Geraint Price up in front of him. He'll do some blocking work. Prepare the way for Walker to make it, and it's turnover Britain and scores all square. 8-all.
Fantastic composure there from the captain, Walker. The way he let the gaps open up in front of him, ready to make his move, going down the side there.
McIntosh is away. Walker against McIntosh. Walker over the line.
And it just shows you the work effort that Walker's putting in out there. He was scoring at one end, and within 5 seconds he was at the other end defending.
The 1-point lead to the United States. Team captain Charlie Walker. Price again. Good. Well, it's a sidestep by Charlie Walker.
It really was, and the way he just sent his body weight one way meant the player moved, and he reacted and went the other, making it look so easy.
The ball up ahead, and it's very well delivered by McIntosh and finished by Cristangelo. Sorry, Luis Barasha was the scorer there. Walker looking.
Very clever play there by Dan Whittingham. He pushing the player out of bounds, turning the 4 players into 3 there for the USA, giving Great Britain the man advantage.
The celeb managers look on. It's very tight out on court. GB with 4 players now against the American defenders coming to 3.
Oh, we've got a terrible situation here where yet another American has gone over the goal line, meaning there's 2 players now off.
Luis Barasha heads for the bin.
It's a very, very good time now for Great Britain to pull that score back to level.
Oh, well held, Geraint Price.
And they do.
10-all. It does mean the 2 American players come back on, at least Ryan McIntosh is back on.
Yes, well, because there was 2 players off, only 1 player can come back per goal.
Oh, it's gone loose.
And that is brilliant. What happened there was the American tried to recapture the ball, which meant they come off his fingertips. And in turn, it's a Great Britain ball, giving them the chance to capitalise again on the situation with only 3 players against them.
Jacob Rich caught there. 4 against 3. Charlie Walker spins around Ryan McIntosh. Geraint Price comes to do a bit of blocking. Contact. McIntosh, having just come out of the penalty box and the bin, straight back in it.
Yeah, same player, same situation now, just a different foul.
Same disgust. There goes Stuart Robinson from the sideline. Finds Walker. Surely must score. He does.
Great Britain goes from 2 down to 2 up, and they've still got a man advantage.
Barasha is back on. 4 against 3. Here is Barasha in possession. Geraint Price tracks back and stops Hector Varela. Although here is Cristangelo. Barasha, sorry, again. $11-all. America back with the full contingent. Goal scored. It would have been a penalty goal, wouldn't it, Steve?
Exactly that, yeah. Another situation with a man crossing the goal line at the same time as a score would have happened.
Jacob Rich comes away. Price goes back with Jacob Rich. Long knock on by Ryan McIntosh. So a little advantage to GB, stopping the United States from scoring. If they can score on their attacking opportunity, they will have this 2-point cushion, which gives you just a little breathing space. Baz Whittingham is already up in the yellow rectangle, doing some blocking. Geraint Price doing some heavy work. Charlie Walker.
Oh, yeah, another contact foul. In the game, there's as much chair contact as you like. It's an advantage to you if you can tip a player out their chair, but as soon as one player touches another, in this situation here, you can see the contact being made.
And guess what? Ryan McIntosh is back in the bin, and that's 3 spells for the American captain in the bin, and since he is so influential, is that the turning point? Charlie Walker to Stuart Robinson. Loss of control
Yeah, a little bit of butterfingers at the end there, but the play and the situations that GB getting themselves into is fantastic, and they really do look like they're going to capitalise. They're focused and they're being very disciplined under their captain.
Daniel Hendricks. Interception by Geraint Price. It goes loose though. Hector Varela has the ball, waiting for the support of Jacob Rich. And we are all tied up again. And Ryan McIntosh is back on court.
USA going back to that key defence that they really are favouring this game. There's not many full court presses they've done at all, trying to stop anyone getting out in their 12 seconds.
Walker meets resistance. Now then, Rich against Walker. Walker safely back first.
The team there making a perfect example of a pick and roll.
Walker's path is blocked for the moment because those that got back have to re-enter the rectangle. Still no space for Charlie Walker. Gets the ball away. No goal though. Charlie Walker out of bounds before he made the pass.
Exactly that. Rode himself into the cone after the pass was made. Unfortunately, just not quite enough control there.
Oh, it's tense here in the final. McIntosh. Rich does blocking work on Charlie Walker. Geraint Price tries to match Ryan McIntosh for speed. And brilliant work by Price. Gets a slap on the back from his captain, Charlie Walker.
That's right, that could have quite easily have been really the end of GB's game there, but he's turned it around for them.
Walker just about survives the challenge of McIntosh. Walker on his own. Price clearing men out the way. Walker for the line. 13-12. Great Britain lead.
That was a phenomenal team effort there. Walker didn't let go of the ball, but he relied on his teammates all the way up the court.
Varela, and again it's Price with the intercept. Walker reclaims possession. Waiting for the official's decision.
Here it is again. So you see the sidestep there from Walker, giving himself the space over the line.
Ryan McIntosh is in the bin. The Great Britain captain, Charlie Walker, is very much on court. Ryan McIntosh back in the bin, the penalty box. 4 spells there.
13 seconds left on the clock. GB's ball.
Stuart Robinson, 2 Walker, 4 against 3. Walker looking for the route to the line. The countdown is on.
He's playing the clock. He doesn't want to let America have another chance with the ball.
The ball counts. Charlie Walker, the captain, puts GB 2 points ahead. And time is up.
Unfortunately, that very last goal there was slightly behind the clock. Meaning no goal, but GB still kept the lead.
No 2-point cushion, but in the final, it is victory for Team GB. They have beaten the United States 13 points to 12. Celebrations all round. Number 22, Charlie Walker, the captain. What a final he had. Geraint Price opened the scoring. It seems that there has been a recount. Did that last goal count?
From what I saw with the referee's reactions, he signalled no goal.
That is the scoreboard inside the stadium. 1 point or 2 points, it makes no difference now. It's the result that matters. GB, victors in the wheelchair rugby. Great spirit between the teams. The captains meet there, Ryan McIntosh and Charlie Walker.
absolutely a team win there. They really made space for each other, they worked together, they kept the ball safe. Fantastic.
The American captain, 4 spells in the penalty box. That's pretty unusual, isn't it?
Yeah. Some players sometimes have a little bit of a run, but you've had the adrenaline in him. Captain, he wanted to win, and you often push yourself maybe a little bit further than you should in those situations. I know that I've certainly had my share of spells in the bin as captain.
Steve Wren alongside me, the former UK team captain in wheelchair rugby. It's been a privilege to have you here, Steve. Your expertise has got us through the day, and what a day it's been.
And it has, yeah, it's been a privilege to be here, really enjoyed it, and been some fantastic rugby on show.
The last huddle of the team, and no doubt there will be some celebrations.
It is rugby after all.
And when you think this is all about recovery, getting your life back together through sport, this will live with them long after this grand final. Phil Jones is with the winning captain.
And Charlie, I have to say, an astonishing atmosphere in here tonight, and you helped inspire it with a truly inspirational performance of your own.
You know, you got these guys on your side, making all that noise. You know, it's like your 5th man. You know, you need an extra push. You just listen to that, it just gets you over the line.
Describe that moment at the end when you scored the winning goal.
That's awesome. You know, I was waiting for the clock to run down. You know, saw the guy, just went for it.
I don't know whether we can quite convey it to the people at home just how noisy it is in here tonight. We can hardly hear ourselves think.
Yeah, it's insane. You know, you get a lot of squaddies together and their families and that. You know, this is the kind of noise they're going to create.
Tell me about the kind of tribute you've paid to this team and this group of people behind you.
You know, it's an awesome group of people. You know, the 4 guys on the court, all the people on the bench, the coaches, the support staff, everyone who's got us here. We couldn't have done it without them.
Well, it's a magnificent performance by you and the team tonight. Congratulations on the goal.
Thanks very much.
Well, Ryan, commiserations, a tremendous final, but I saw you shaking your head several times over there when you were in the penalty box. What was going through your mind at that time?
I was just disappointed in myself. I didn't play my good game. I got rattled, but, you know, Great Britain pulled it out. They're a great team. You know, that's what we're here for, to play the best, and we lost today, so.
It was a tremendous final. It was nip and tuck all the way. How much of a factor was the crowd tonight, having the home crowd advantage for GB?
The crowd, I mean, the crowd is a crowd. You hear it, but you kind of try and block it out. Not a big deal. You know, they were loud, but USA was loud for us too, so.
Well, it's a tremendous performance by you guys to get to the final. Well done on the silver. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It was a final we anticipated, wasn't it? And it certainly didn't disappoint. Ryan McIntosh spent a long time in the bin, but it was Charlie Walker, wasn't it, who brought it home for the British team. Really was outstanding. And I'm delighted to say, alongside me, 2 new devotees to wheelchair rugby, Zara Phillips, Mike Tyndall. Great to have you here. You've got the bragging rights, haven't you, because you were part of the winning team of that celebrity match. But before we talk about that, let's have a look at Charlie Walker and that decisive goal. And Mike, maybe you could talk us through it now you know so much about wheelchair rugby.
Yeah, I'm fluent in wheelchair rugby now, aren't I? I think, you know, we saw it with Ayers in our game as well. There's the ability to move around defenders and stop and go and change direction, and I think that was a perfect example. But how well the other team read what he's going to do and then be able to block the other players to create that gap for him to go through.
That was tremendous. Well, let's take a look at your match now. And your team, Zara, got off to a flying start when Harry scored.
I know, you couldn't have written it. It was a fantastic goal.
Then like 4 of 5 seconds.
I'll have to go back and review that with Jane Kellyhan. She just lost her marker.
I think you need to review that, yeah.
You're going to go
and
back.
He's got all the moves as well, he's putting you down. But you did quite well, Zara, I have to say.
It was easier than training, actually. The surface in there's so much easier. I found myself just opening.
At this
Netball in a
stage,
chair.
at this stage, Mike, you were taking a somewhat lesser role, but you did get in on the act.
Yeah, snuck over from. That's how I like to score mine, from 1 yard, just catch him and poach. I was a little unhappy I didn't manage to flip.
I know. And Harry went from golden boy to bad boy with a sin bin.
Sin bin. He was stuck though. He was pushed over by Denise.
Yeah.
Look, she's guilty.
Good power
guilty.
by Denise knocking him over.
But there certainly was a fantastic atmosphere in there, wasn't there?
It was amazing. It was fantastic. Huge support and everyone really got behind it all, and it was great fun.
Yeah, I think that's what it seems to be, a game that's a lot of fun and the crowd get involved. You see all the players trying to lift the crowd, and there's a little bit of the old villain when you go to the sin bin, and they play on that, and the players play on it as well, which makes it, makes it more fun as a crowd to interact with and as players to play with. It was really great.
And Zara, I guess on a serious point, for you to see this go so well, and Harry's put so much into it, hasn't he? And he's given so much of himself.
He's putting everything into it, and it's been a fantastic result. It's going so well. The people that are competing here are just amazing, inspirational, and sport and inspiration together just work so well.
Thanks, guys. Back to parenthood now. We're going to be back again tomorrow. Here's what we've got to look forward to. We're going to have some cycling on the velodrome. It'll be going, well, it's not in the velodrome, it's outdoors. It's the road races and the time trials. So look forward to that. We've also got the wheelchair basketball, as you said, the same format. We've got the pool matches through to the knockout stages and then the final. High hopes for the British team. And also the archery. We'll catch up with all the action from the archery, which took place at Here East earlier on. And then we're back again tomorrow, BBC 1 p.m, and then BBC 2 at 9 p.m. Make sure you don't miss it. OK, well, if you've got some time on your hands tomorrow, why don't you head down to the Olympic Park? The cycling's free. It's turning out to be a really perfect family day. I do love that picture, having a lot of fun. That's one for the family album, that is for sure. And I tell you what, it does remind me a little bit of me and my boys. Except I think I'm a quite trendy dad, but they would say, no, I'm not. Anyway, we'll be back again tomorrow. Thanks for your company. Goodbye.